Good morning, everybody. Today is June the 21st, and got a little bush hogging to do today. I'm gonna go get my bush hog hooked to the tractor. Then I've got to run to the bank, and I'm going to meet a hay customer over there to get paid for some hay, and I got some other stuff to business to take care of there. Then we are going to come back and go take care of the bush hog. Thought I'd go ahead and hook up while I'm waiting. The bank don't open till 9. And it's supposed to rain later today, so I need to kind of get after it just as soon as I get home. And try to get over and get it done and beat the rain. Which we need the rain, so if it does happen to beat me, I don't really care. Got a little bit of pond work to do here in a few days. Cleaning out some water holes and cleaning out around the edge of a pond where some cows have raveled it in. And I'm debating on whether to try to do it with the tractor and backhoe or rent a mini excavator. Not sure what I'm going to do yet. Y'all will be seeing that eventually. And you kind of like to rent an excavator, but that's going to cut into my profit margin some. But I can do a little better job with it and probably a faster job. So I'm kind of weighing my options out there. I don't know if y'all can see that. We're at 1,648.7 hours. Old Mark Marine mentioned my windshield getting scuffed up. It's getting pretty bad shape. I'll have to get me another piece of leg sand and replace it probably here soon. That way y'all can see better and I can too. The sun hits it, I can't hardly see what's going on. I think I'm gonna take my spear off, hook my bucket up. Because I've never bush hogged these fields before, and kind of like to have my bucket on there in them situations, leave it down low to the ground, and that way if there's anything sticking up, it'll either knock it down or I'll hit it and feel it before I run over it and damage something underneath the tractor. Get our bucket latched. I always hook you lower. Anytime you're hooking up implements or anything I've got, I always hook up my lower links first. I have seen people try hooking their top link up first. Don't do that. See how that one's not lined up? I'll turn this one way or another. I always forget which way to go. I can probably actually lift it up there. There we go. I just lowered my lift arm a little bit. The reason I say to hook your lower links up first is you'll see right here I'll raise my lift arms up and line up the pin for the top link. to run my bush hog in this lower hole because that gives you a little more lift to the back of the implement when you're raising your lift arms, when you raise your 3-point hitch up. Tighten that just a little, not much. I'm not necessarily promoting doing this, but I am in a way too. Take that stupid PTO guard off on a tractor and you can get in there and hook that PTO up. I don't see how people hook them up with them guards on there. Aggravating as could be. That's the first thing I do if I get a new tractor, is take a PTO guard off the tractor. But they're there for a reason, so use your own judgment on that. Fuel time again. These tractors enjoy fuel. I was gonna get me an automatic shut-off handle the other day, especially for the pump up there at the house on the truck. But them things are expensive. They are expensive. I bought this 6-foot King Kutter last fall from Rural King, and I really like it. The other bush hog I had was a 5-foot King Kutter, which I'd had for several years. It hadn't done good. This one has the flex hitch, which is really nice for uneven ground. It didn't come with a slip clutch, but I did add a slip clutch, which has been a lifesaver. I was always shearing pins and before. Slip clutch is a lot safer on your gearbox, because really that gearbox is not rated for this big of a tractor. And that gives you a little extra safety feature. I did not have to cut my PTO shaft down to use it on this one, or any of my tractors for that matter. You might would have to on something though. I don't know. But I like how the top of this bush hog is rounded and the water runs off. There's no place for the water to stand. The old style I had, water would stand on it, which I didn't much like. But 6 foot works good for me. 7 would have been nice on this M6060. You can tell it's not hardly as wide as the wheels even now. But if I'd have went to a 7 foot, if I was to use it on one of the other tractors and on some of our hills and stuff, the weight of it might be a little bit too much, and I couldn't really afford a 7 foot. Kind of bought what I could according to the price as much as anything. But I really like these King Kutter bush hogs, because right here, the way that has that flange on the bottom, you'll see a lot of bush hogs, this bends in, but unless you hit something pretty hard, this isn't going to bend because of this extra flange reinforcing the bottom edge. It's basically a small piece of I-beam that's wrapped around the edges. And you've got a piece of heavy steel across the back here. That's at least 1/4 inch going across the back. So, and it's open in the back. So backing up on bushes and stuff, there's nothing there to bend or damage. I mean, it's not a top of the line machine by any means, but I think for the money, it's well worth it. Works good for my needs. Anything big, you know, 2 inches and above, I'm gonna root it out anyways. I'm not gonna mow it off with the bush hog. I'm gonna take my front end loader, push it out by the roots and get rid of it, so that it doesn't come back and you don't have to worry about the stobs and stuff and running over them with your tractor. But I guess we'll run to the bank and come back and go do some bush hogging if it's not raining. are about level. Maybe you can tell how much elevation change they are. This has been a fun little project for me. I like a little bit of a challenge. As long as I ain't got to worry about tearing something up. This is steep and rough, but there's not much in it to hit or haven't been. There's a nice, I think it's an M4800 Kubota. But two-wheel drive with the loader, not too safe on this. The gentleman that used to take care of this, that owned this, he passed away just recently. And I don't think he'd bush hog hardly as much as I have here with that tractor, but he used to bush hog it. I don't know what they'll do with that tractor, if they'll keep it or sell it or what, but it'll probably make a good one. Well, there this side is all finished up. Looks a whole lot better than what it did. Well, hope y'all enjoyed this. If you will, please like, subscribe, and comment. We'll catch you on the next one.